I'm making an apple custard torte. No one knows what to do with all the apples we've got this time of year, and so I, kind of came up with a little combination of several different recipes to use a lot of apples, and this one uses 8. So I have already pre-cut, cored, sliced, peeled, etc. But I saved 1 apple because this is my very favorite kitchen tool device. So it's amazing. Look at this guy go. Fastest way ever to peel an apple. Isn't that incredible? Oh my God, I love it. So then you just have to pull it off, which is hard to do. You got your fun little apple peel all in one slice. Isn't that cute? And then we're just gonna core and slice this. I'll show you what we're doing for this apple custard torte. Right, the apples are all set, they're ready to go. That's probably the most time consuming part of this whole thing because the rest comes together really fast. We've got 4 eggs. We are gonna start beating those. You really want to beat that until it's very frothy. And I added in 1/3 cup of sugar and a teaspoon of salt. Next is 2/3 cup of milk. We're going to go in with 2 tablespoons of melted butter in the batter. All right, now that that's all really, really well blended, I'm going to very slowly add the flour in small increments. All right, so once that gets all the way blended, we're gonna go in with a teaspoon of baking powder and then 2 tablespoons of grated lemon rind. So you could zest, but I like these bigger chunks like this. It kind of melts down into the whole thing and just gives it the nicest, fresh, bright feeling when you're eating it. It's great. I'm gonna use, hi Gia, my dog is coming to see us. I'm gonna use my whisk for this, just to get it in because you don't want to tear up anything with the mixer. And this really should be about the consistency of pancake batter. And you want to make sure that the apples get completely coated. So you really have to make sure they're separated as they go into the batter. It can take a little bit of time, but it's worth it to get some batter in between every single one of these little slices of apple. All right, they're all coated, batter everywhere. I've got the oven preheated to 350. I've got 2 tablespoons of melted butter that's going to go over the top of the whole thing. And I've got my springform pan here. This is a 10-inch springform pan, and I've already pre-buttered it. Definitely get it down in all the nooks and crannies. So I'm actually going to pull up a little aluminum foil around the bottom and wrap the outer edge of it. And it's just a note of precaution. If you feel confident in your springform pan, by all means, go in without it. Definitely put it on a tray and preferably on an aluminum foil tray. So that'll help kind of keep anything from running out. So here's the thing, when you're building it, you now want to do some walls. So take some of the batter covered apples and just go all the way around, because this doesn't really form a crust. It's more of a custard torte, like we're calling. And so you got to kind of build some walls right around the edge with all of the apple slices. And I'm just going to start going in with some apples. And you want to make sure it spreads very evenly and covers the entire bottom of the pan, kind of in thin, even layers per se. You're going to pour the rest in. Make sure you get all that good batter in there. All right, we've got all the apples in there. We've got a little wall around the edge. There's a nice uniformity. We're going to drizzle 2 tablespoons of butter over the top. That kind of helps it crisp up a little bit on top. Gives it a nice unctuous bit of salty goodness as well. But I'm putting her in the oven and we'll check on it in an hour. And here it is. It's cooled completely. I removed it from the springform pan. It's really shrunk down, which is what happens, but that's okay. Look at that, all those layers. That's amazing. So good. Very appley, very light. The lemon is very bright, and it's an awesome way to use lots of apples this fall. Enjoy.